Hey, hey everyone. So, I was just gonna make this short little video because I've been really confused about something, and I really just wanted to make this in order to kind of start a dialogue or, just some sort of discussion on something that I've been wondering about for kind of a long time. Basically, just when protests started happening, when it came to people disagreeing on certain ideas. I'd like to think that I'm pretty well read on the subject of our rights and how we use them. But I have questions about the line between protection from the government and protection from each other, as far as the First Amendment goes. I once had a conversation with a supervisor while I was in college. We actually ended up kind of getting into social justice and political issues and things like that. She told me that the Bill of Rights was more to protect us from the government than from each other. I believe that yes, that's true, but what happens when private citizens become the conduit to infringe upon our rights? I recently heard about town hall meetings in Portland, Oregon being disrupted by, I guess, neo-communists, I guess you would call them. That's what they're self-proclaimed as. They're being highly disruptive during meetings and not letting people who have the podium say what they need to say because they don't necessarily agree with what is being said. They also feel like they're not getting their own platform, so instead of making their own way to speak, they've been interrupting others and taking over meetings that aren't their own. It's like the Jordan Peterson lectures and the Milo talks. I'm sure we've all seen them.
One thing I do know is whether it's political science and psychology is that once you start to regard yourself as a victim.
And the reason you can't see them is because they're not there. Nothing happened. I mean, hello, darling.
Sir, please.
Do you need some help?
Sir,
Do you
please.
need some help?
Sir, please.
We'd like to ask you to please.
Sir, please.
Can we ask you to stop, please?
Sir. Sir.
So my question is, do we actually have the right to say what we want to say without being interrupted? Is there a law to protect common courtesy? I mean, I hate those people who don't even listen to what is being said and instead decide to disrupt the whole event and, just be really obnoxious. But I want to know, do the ones who rightfully have the podium and the people who came up with the event and are the ones who speak at them, which is why everybody shows up, are those people protected by the First Amendment? I know these people are totally insane and I don't agree with them disrupting anything. I think it's awful and I think it's completely disrespectful. But what I'd like to know is if the people who are disrupting, the people who are talking, are they entitled to disrupt just as much as that person has the right to talk? I'm a little confused on that. Hey, stop. And in my mind, I'm having this weird little battle where I'm like, I hate these people who disrupt other people and don't let them speak, and instead of listening to what they have to say, they're already chanting and screaming and everything. But I want to know, is there something protecting people like Jordan Peterson so that he can speak and, others can speak without being completely disrupted by assholes? I'd honestly like to just create a discussion on whether or not our right to free speech means our right to not being interrupted by people who don't agree with us. I would like to say that there is a law protecting the people who have rightfully created the assembly and they're the ones speaking at it, and the people who want to just disrupt and be obnoxious, they don't have a right to do that. But don't they with the First Amendment? I'm honestly curious. I'm not even trying to incite controversy or anything like that. I'm honestly just curious and I'd like information on it, and I'd also like to hear the thoughts of others around me. Is there really something that protects us from being interrupted? So please let me know. If you could link me to anything, anybody who's talked about the subject, if you have your own comments, anything would just be super helpful. This has been bouncing around in my head for a while, and when I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and he was, you know, telling me like, oh, it's awful, these people, they don't let anybody speak, and they just ruin everybody's day, and, you know, I hated that. It made me so angry when I heard about it. But then I had to think in my head, don't they have a right to be there too? I wish that they didn't, because why should they? They have nothing productive to say, and they're not even listening to the speaker. They're just there to be obnoxious. Anyway, so please let me know. I can't wait to hear what people have to say. I want to hear your thoughts, so please comment and let me know. I will see you guys later. Bye.